me, I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass, yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look,
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Velus Jones now from his end zone.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jet sweep to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. First carry now for David Montgomery. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bears at 9-5 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Back to throw, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Now the 3rd running back taken in April's draft. This is James Cook. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Play action. Now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. This is intercepted.
And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his 1st INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Gregory Rousseau.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. Throw left side, complete. That's McKenzie. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cook up the gut. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Fields now to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Allen to throw it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right down the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Complete to James Cook. A gain of 15. First down, Buffalo.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They find some open field here.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Bills first down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to You throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the 1st half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Taron Johnson made the stop.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 2nd and 7.
Fields, left side, got Jones.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
This from 32 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 with a starting field position like that. 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Allen going to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now. Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now Allen again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Bass on for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Next to score, Bills 24, Bears 3.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Justin Jones there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the
touchdown. Dawson Knox, 30 yards. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Allen now looks to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Touchdown, Bills.
James Cook.
31 yards.
And the Bills are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 44-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
31. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bills.
On first down, Allen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's got room. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Ball carrier. Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 18.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
On play action, Fields.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 4th down, Fields.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. So Allen's going to look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because...
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Montgomery on the counter. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game. The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Bills, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.